So you're thinking about moving to Bend, Oregon, and you want to learn more about another subdivision here on the west side of town? Well, we are in River Terrace today, just off of the Deschutes River here in a great neighborhood in River West. If this video sounds like it's for you, stick around. We're going to be getting after this subdivision tour of River Terrace right now.
If this is your first time on the channel and you'd like to know everything there is to know about living, eating, sleeping, playing, the good and the bad of Bend, Oregon and the surrounding areas, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market here in Bend, Oregon. My name is Zach Nutter. This is Ryan Rudloff, both licensed brokers with eXp Realty in the state of Oregon. We've lived here in Bend for over 30 years and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'd love to connect with you, help you make a smooth move here to Bend or any of the surrounding areas. So with that being said, we are in River Terrace here. And this is a beautiful subdivision that's, like Ryan said in the intro, is right next to the river. So it spans from Newport Avenue up to 5th Street, all the way up to Saginaw, and then down to the river is kind of and there's what, a couple hundred homes in this subdivision?
About 200 homes, yeah.
Yeah, this subdivision was platted in the early 1900s, so one of the oldest subdivisions here in Bend. The oldest house that we could find that sold in the last year was built in 1915. So a lot of older homes in here. You will find some newer homes where they demolished a home or there was an extra spot on the land, where you'll see some newer homes that are built in the 2020s. 2023, I think, was the most recent. At median home size in here is about 1,500 square feet. And the median sale price is just about $1 million. And the median price per square foot is about $650 per sold square foot.
So from a location standpoint, we are at the very base of Awbrey Butte, facing to the south. And Deschutes River, like we talked about, is just to our left, probably a few hundred feet just from where we're currently walking right now. We're close to the Newport Avenue corridor. We're close to the 14th Street corridor. We're fairly close to the Galveston Avenue corridor, and downtown is just a few minutes away from where we're currently walking right now. So we are in a prime location. We are close to all kinds of amenities that extend beyond just the home and the neighborhood here. There's all kinds of restaurants in the area. There's other businesses as well. It's just one of those really sought after west side neighborhoods in Bend. We're in the River West neighborhood, one of the 13 distinctive neighborhoods that we've done a big series on recently. And so now we're kind of going into some of the subdivisions in each of those 13 neighborhoods to give you a feel and a sense for what they're all about. So when we did that neighborhood tour of River West a couple months ago, we talked about how easy it is to get from point A to point B without the use of a car. And so this is exactly what we're talking about with this particular subdivision in River Terrace. It's just really easy to get around, and it's a little congested. There's a lot of people that live in this area here. It's one of the more densely populated areas in town, but for good reason. It's just really, it's just a really popular area here.
We're gonna have to take a detour around a little bit. We've got some
Sidewalk
construction going on. So Newport Avenue Market, if you head east from here, will take you right into downtown. It'll end up turning into Greenwood, which then turns into Highway 20. So that's one of the main veins through Bend here. And then you've got Portland, that if you go west on Portland, it'll take you right up to the community college and head up to Northwest Crossing. You've got Newport Avenue Market that's right nearby if you're looking for your groceries. You're not far from anything here. You do have two main roads that run through this subdivision, being Newport Avenue and Portland, but the little side streets that kind of sit in between them are really quiet, which is really interesting.
Which way you want to go, bud? This way?
We'll walk down this way. So, like we said, the homes are all older in here for the most part, built in the early 1900s. A lot of craftsman style homes. You do find some homes with basements in here. We've talked about that on previous videos. A lot of the older homes in Central Oregon, they did build basements in them, and a lot of the new construction, you are not going to find basements. The ground here is really hard. We've got a lot of rock. So the excavation required to build a basement, a lot of times is not worth the extra square footage or having that space down there.
As far as parks go, we're close to Drake Park, we're close to Pioneer Park, we're close to a few parks that are up on Awbrey Butte, which is just to our right now. We're currently walking to the west on Portland Avenue. I have to duck. I don't know about Zach.
I can almost make it through without ducking.
But this is Portland Avenue right to our left. You can see some traffic here. This is the road that runs parallel with Galveston and Newport, a little bit further south. And so again, we're just really right off the beaten path when it comes to the downtown amenities, things of that nature. But there are parks in the area. There's a couple of schools in the area. There's Highland by Kenwood. It's an elementary school. It's a magnet school in the area. We've also got
Brian almost got ran over by a car. He's very dedicated to making these videos.
You got to be careful around here. Some people do not yield to the pedestrian, and that's okay sometimes.
We also are, we talked about being close to the community college, but one of the neat things about this neighborhood is you are really close proximity to some river access where First Street Rapids are. So if you're going north on, is that Awbrey or is that?
Yeah, Awbrey Road.
Then you turn onto First. First Street Rapids is right there. Really cool access to the river right there.
Yeah, great trail system there. That runs miles. You can go north, you can go south, but eventually if you're going south, it'll connect you with the downtown area like the Drake Park area there. There's trails in that particular part of the downtown area as well. And eventually it'll feed into the River Trail, which is just down by the old mill district. So everything's kind of intertwined and connected here on this side of town.
So there's also a lot of there's a lot of little apartments and townhomes and stuff in this neighborhood that you'll find. But it's all older, like they're single story apartments that have like 8 units in them. A little different than what you see when they're building apartment complexes today that are 3 stories high with 60 units per building. There are some apartment options over here. But most of it's single family homes, single story for the most part, and a lot of much older homes. You've got some beautiful old growth trees because it is in the older part of town. What you'll typically see too is a lot of times when some of the older homes that have some deferred maintenance on them are sold, they'll either knock them down, build a big beautiful home, or you'll see them completely gut it and build just or remodel it to be a beautiful home. So you really are seeing the neighborhood over here change as time goes on.
We're about 25 minutes from Mount Bachelor by car. We're about 25 minutes to the Redmond Airport by car. And we're about, I'd say 10 to 15 minutes by car to Costco and some of the major shopping areas here. There's not a whole lot of like commercial shopping, big commercial shopping on this side of town because it's been developed already and so densely populated. So a lot of that's going to be on the east side or on the north side. But again, Bend is still a small enough town to be able to get to those places in just a short amount of time when you're driving. So from here, we're going to continue showing you guys some more of the neighborhoods, more of the homes, to give you guys an understanding of the neighborhood makeup of what River Terrace is all about. And then we'll wrap up the video here in just a few minutes.
Something else I wanted to chat about before we show you more of the place or more of the subdivision. Sorry guys, I've been battling a cold the last couple days. My brain's a little fried, but no HOA here. HOAs are good and bad, right? So with an HOA, typically the neighborhood stays in really good shape. Everything looks nice and pretty, but also there's a bunch of rules and regulations in the neighborhood. So you'll see some of the homes in here, the yards aren't well kept, some are immaculate. So you get a real mixed bag over here of what the properties look like. So we're gonna jump in the car, show you around, and then we'll have a few more things to talk to you guys about, and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay, so we are over on Awbrey Road now. This is a north to south road that basically goes up from the base of Awbrey Butte all the way to the top, and it intersects with Mount Washington Drive, which is the primary road along with Summit Drive of Awbrey Butte. And so again, we're at the base of Awbrey right now, and there's 1,000 homes up top there, but lower is where River Terrace is, among other subdivisions. But this is a primary road that will basically take you up all the way to the top of the butte.
So if you want to live really close to a bunch of amenities, this neighborhood is superb. Like we talked about, you have so much stuff close by, but you've got downtown, you've got the old mill, you've got Awbrey, you've got so many golf courses around here. You've got, what's the one up on the hill?
River's Edge.
You got River's Edge, you got Awbrey Butte. There's so much around here. You're not far to get to any of the best amenities in Bend. So if you want that close proximity, this is definitely a neighborhood that you should look at. They are older homes. Some of them are going to require some extra TLC, but they're totally worth it for the location they are in town. This is absolutely phenomenal.
Does this particular neighborhood, Zach, remind you of anywhere else, like a Portland or like a Seattle, or anything that comes to mind when you're kind of walking through this particular neighborhood in Bend?
Yeah, I would say probably Portland. Maybe over, what's the street that they have all those street fairs, and like you have Mississippi. What's the other one over there? But yeah, some of the older areas of Portland where you've got a lot of craftsman style, Victorian style homes. You've got a lot of old growth trees. The houses are pretty dense. It kind of does remind me of that. It also reminds me of, what's the other neighborhood on the other side of downtown? It's that we did. It's the really small little neighborhood.
Old Bend?
Old Bend, yeah. It kind of reminds me of the Old Bend subdivision as well. But this has, like you said, we're at the foothills of Awbrey Butte right here, which we have a whole video on Awbrey Butte if you're interested in that. But yeah, it's a smaller subdivision, only about 200 homes, but it's fantastic. I love it in here. You get a really small town feeling when you're in this neighborhood, and the close proximity to the river makes it a wonderful place to live.
Yeah, like this neighborhood, River West area, any subdivision within River West or Old Bend, you can just kind of get a sense for the vibe of the neighborhood. They're older neighborhoods, right? They're almost 100 years old. Maybe they are 100 years old, but it's what Bend really was when it first incorporated back in 1910. And so if you're in a neighborhood like this, you understand, you can just sense it right away that this is just a original neighborhood to Bend. And then if you're in other areas, more less established neighborhood that are newer, up and coming, you can just get there's just such a difference. But this has got a lot of character here, and it truly is one of the original best neighborhoods in Bend.
So that's going to wrap up our video today. We hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a wonderful neighborhood, River Terrace. If you guys have any questions, want to see more about this, please reach out to us. You can call us, text us, email us, schedule a Zoom on our Calendly link on our page. We'd absolutely love to help you guys. It starts with you guys. Reach out to us, anything you want. One of our clients asked, hey, if you guys have anything on Three Rivers South? We don't right now, but we're going to shoot it in the next couple of weeks. So if you guys have places you want to see, we will shoot them. So just let us know.
Thanks you guys for watching, and we will see you guys on the next video. Thanks and have a great day.
Thanks, guys.